In this video, we will study about effects of a force. There are multiple effects of force, so let's study them step by step. First, we will learn about that a force can start a motion. Consider this image. In this image, you can see that a girl is there and she is trying to pedal her cycle. Once she starts pedaling, she produces motion in it. Similarly, in this image, you see that two men are together pushing a heavy almirah. What happens if only one man will push the heavy almirah? When only one individual will try to push the heavy almirah, you can also try it at your home. And when you will alone try to push the heavy almirah, you will not be able to produce any motion. Why? Because the force applied by this individual man won't be enough to overcome or to push the heavy steel almirah. Therefore, when two men together apply force, they are able to move the heavy almirah. So, when you apply force on an object which is initially at rest, you actually try to make it move. The second one is when a football is also there in the playground, when a child comes and we can say the child tries to push it, it starts moving from rest. It is not necessary that always you are able to produce motion. We can also take example of this image that if one individual will try to move the almirah, he or she will not be able to move it initially. The second one is force can change the size of a body. In this image, you can see that a lady is trying to roll the chapati. So when you roll the chapati, the shape or we say the size of the chapati increases. In this image, you can see a man is trying to compress a spring. So when you compress the spring, the size is decreased. So we can say that when you stretch a spring, you apply force by your hands, and as a result, you will see that the size has increased. And when you compress, you will see that the size of the spring has been reduced inwards. Now let's perform an activity. What we have to do, we have to take a lemon, and our ultimate aim is to show that force can change the shape and size of the body. Try to squeeze the lemon. Take half of the lemon and try to squeeze it. Once you will squeeze, you will find drop of lemon juice fall on the ground, and you will see that the shape and size of the lemon piece will also change. This concludes that when you apply force, the shape and size of the body also changes. Let's study that how a force can change the shape of the body. The force can actually change the shape of the body. In the first image, you can see that a sponge is there and a man is trying to reshape it by compressing it with the help of hands. So the person is actually applying force. We all use toothpaste in our daily life. So whenever we squeeze a toothpaste, the tube and paste comes out and the size of the tube actually changes, or we say not the size actually, but the shape of the toothpaste changes. Force can stop motion. In this image, you can see that a person is riding a bike. So, whenever we apply brakes, we are actually applying force, as a result of which we are able to stop the bike. Whenever a player is playing cricket, they are also able to stop the ball with the help of force. Moving vehicles is stopped when driver applies a force on it by using brakes. Force can change the direction of motion. In this image, we can see that players are playing cricket. You must have seen that whenever players are trying to move the ball in a particular direction, they also try to apply force in that particular direction. So, whenever a batsman hit a ball with his bat, the direction of motion of ball also changes. A force can change the speed of moving object. So let's perform an activity to understand it better. What you need is you need a swing and let one of your friends sit on the moving swing. Now push the swing in the direction of its motion. When you will apply the force in the direction of motion, the speed of the swing will increase, and once you will apply it in the opposite direction, the speed will decrease. So therefore we can say that the force can alter, or we can say the force can change the speed of the moving object. How? If it is applied in the direction of force, it will increase, but if it is applied in the opposite direction of motion, it will decrease its speed. I hope it is clear to you. Thank you.